Hey everyone, David Barnes here, and welcome to our first video on how to use the text editor and to create a post on the forum. Now in this video we're going to learn to use the editor to add text, edit the text, to change the size, the font, and the color of the text. And also we're going to learn how to add an image and a YouTube video to your post. Now first thing is to head on over to the forum in the Coconut Telegraph to bring up the text editor. As you can see over here in the forum, we can learn to edit this text or to insert an image of this type or the YouTube video, and or even change the text color and the font. So to bring up the editor, just scroll up to the top here and post a response. That brings up our full editor, and I suggest you take some time and play with a lot of these tabs. There are several things you can learn to do with them just by playing with it. It would take me hours, I guess, to go through each thing. We're just going to work on the basics right now just so that you can get a post. So to start putting text in your post, you just simply click on the page and type in what you'd like to type. Like let's put in checkout. My cool video. So that's simple enough. Now we can highlight this text and make any changes with it up here. So the first thing is, of course, we could center it. You can click here B for bold or underline it. These are just the basics to it. It works quite good. Font is the type you want. Say if we wanted to use a different one, if you scroll here, you'll see there's a few of the basic fonts that you can use. Let's just try this one. And the size, can make it quite a bit bigger. Let's try 36. So that could be your headline or whatever you wish to put in. Now, once again, highlight it whenever you want to make changes to it, and take this first A here, drop down, and pick any color you wish to make it. So, to make it the cool green, do that. And this is just your typical spell checker. You just click on it, and it'll check the spelling once you've finished with your post. One other thing just to let you know about is, if you click on this, it's usually in normal, but if you want to just use these heading styles, this is just font size basically. Just let me here, I'll highlight it again. If you weren't going to put in the size of 36 or what, you could just call it heading 1. So one of the main things to realize about creating text is simply the simplest way to change anything with your text is to highlight it and then make your changes up here with anything, or the size, or whatever, the color, whichever you want to do. In other words, if it's showing now that it's bolded and it's underlined, if I click it, as you can see, I turned the underline off, but nothing has happened. However, if I highlight it and then click, you'll see that the underlying has disappeared. And once again, to put it back on, you can also, if you just highlight part of it and click, then it'll just underline that part. Okay, so now let's learn how to insert an image into our post. So it's fairly simple. Just go up to this icon of image and click on it, and it brings up the image properties. And there's a couple of ways you can get an image. One is to choose a file that's on your computer for a picture that you'd like to use, or if you know the URL, the www. whatever, a picture that you'd like to use is there. Alternative text is just simple if you want to give the picture a name on when it's uploaded. So of course the easiest way is to choose a file. So let's just go through that. I click on choose a file. I've navigated through my folders to where I have some pictures of myself, and let's just click on this one and bring it in. It takes a few seconds for it to upload. And once it's uploaded, of course, we'll see it in the preview window. Well, it's because I was practicing with it. So there, we have the image, but as you can see, it's quite large, and we may want to resize it for editing it, to make it a little smaller on the page. So just right-click, and you can cut it or copy-paste it, of course, but image properties is what we want. And it's showing it here in the preview window. If you just type in, this is in pixels, so if you just type in, say, 200, you'll see that it automatically will put in the proper height for that. And you'll see that this is a much smaller size. Let's just click OK and we'll have a look at it. So there it is sitting on our post now the way we'd like it. You can further edit it by just image properties anytime. If you want to put a border, 2-pixel border, just hit 2 there, click OK, and you'll see that there's a border now around it. And anytime you can just go back to image properties and change that to make it a bigger border, smaller, or get rid of it. And just click OK. Now you see the big cursor here along the side of the size of the image. If we want to move the image to the left or right, just click up here, and that moves it over, centers it, or puts it on the right. And that's basically all you need to do with an image, is set it wherever you want it on the post. And you can add any text, as we did before, below it or around it. Now next, let's insert a YouTube video into our post. So say if we want to get rid of this, we don't want to add it to it, we'll just right click and click on cut. And now you're going to see something interesting. It says, or maybe this is just with mine, but I think most of the security settings won't allow you to do it, and to control or command an X, depending which type of PC or Mac if you're using it. So I just click OK, and if I want to get rid of it on my keyboard, I just hit delete, and it's gone. So you can try any one of those to work on yours. Now next is just to go to YouTube, and I just selected in. I've picked just pick any video you wish to use, and the video I picked is this one here. Just scroll down a little bit and click on this share button, and once you get the share, you'll see the code that you need to put on our website in order to put this video in your post. Just click on it or highlight it, and right click and left click copy, and then go back to your post, and see this little YouTube, click this, and right there the cursor is in the box. Just right click and paste that code in and click OK. And there's something else to note, that this is true. You'll just get an icon here on the post, but actually over on when the page is live, once you submit it, it'll appear as the video. So you get iframe. So if you're wondering how big the video is, you can see the cursor here. Just click on it. You can see, and scroll up and down. You can see how large that video is. So now again, we see the size is fairly large. If we want to edit it, it's the same as with an image. Just right click, iframe properties. And here you can actually see it's 624 by 514. So if you want to make it smaller, just highlight that, change that to say maybe 200. And it doesn't automatically get it, so say 315. That'll make it kind of small, and you can set it to the left, right, top, middle. So let's just pick middle for that. And again, if you want to fill any of these titles in, you can. Just click OK, and then you'll see now that the video will be this size, which is kind of an odd size. So we can, of course, edit that and make it square or however you want by using the numbers. But that's pretty much it. The video's there, and once you scroll down and hit submit, that will be that video, and this post will be live. And when you go to which I'm not going to do right now, but once you go back to the forum, your post will look like this. See where he's got a little bit of text. It wasn't centered like we did, but there is a large video, and it'll show the YouTube video and it'll play. So anyway, gang, thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you learned a few little tricks on it, and hopefully now you can be doing more posts or adding posts to the forum, and we can all get a chance to talk with you. And anyway, Eagles, keep the spirit alive, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.